Okay. Neptune's window, the big cutout in the caldera. The airplane hangar. That's the limits of the free roaming area.
Yep.
Usually I say don't go past the hangar, but I'm going to let you guys go just a little bit past that hangar because I know you want to go pretend that you stood on Sir Hubert Wilkins runway, which isn't there anymore. It's just another piece of dirt like any other piece of dirt. But I'm going to say don't go more than 50 meters past the hangar.
So in 1930, another earthquake, and there was a jetty here, and the bay dropped 15 feet, the water level dropped 15 feet, and took the jetty with it. And then it was in 1968 we started getting some more serious tremors, and they were sort of felt across the bay, and it was actually it was a bit earlier than that. These dates don't line up. 67, 68 was the big eruption that happened down when there was a Chilean station at Pendulum Cove. And this fissure developed, and the Chileans realised that they were in trouble, and they went to the basement of their building, and then the walls started falling in, so they realised they had to get out, and they didn't take much with them. And they were trying to come overland to the British base here where they knew there were people. And the British saw, this cloud of ash and smoke going off, and the first thing they did was run and get the cameras, come out and photograph it. And then they realised that it was getting serious. The Chileans made it over to here about midnight, and they had called up, the Chileans tried to call for help, but their radios weren't working because of the eruption, and the British contacted the Chileans and the Argentines, and the Chilean ship was the closest one, and it came in. But the original whaling station remains from 1912 through 1931. Are these tanks here, and all of this machinery here, and some of these buildings. Many of these buildings were accommodation for the whalers, and then when they were abandoned, there were various people who came and with or without permission took stuff. Remember that Rymill came back to Deception Island and collected a whole lot of timber for building the southern base from Deception Island, and the reason why they knew about that was when the Rymill party came to Antarctica on the Panola, they didn't have room for the dogs or the gypsy moth plane. They sent them on a ship called the Discovery 2, which was a steel hull research vessel that the Discovery Committee had been using to study oceanography in Wales. And that ferried, because the British were interested in supporting Rymill's expedition because it was good for their territorial claims, they gave them this various sorts of help, not only just money, but the use of this ship. And the ship came to Deception Island with the plane and with 50 plus dogs. And they were supposed to go to Port Lockroy initially, but they found that there was too much ice. So they dropped off the plane, or at least the dogs here, maybe not the plane, but the dogs. And Bingham and Hampton, I think, who was the pilot, spent like a month here, holed up in one of these huts, looking after the dogs, waiting for the ice to clear up. And so they made a survey of everything was here, including apparently there was a building that had lots of timber that was just spare or hadn't been used, and apparently I think it was Bingham who had a complete inventory of everything that was useful that was here at the old whaling station, so they knew when they were down there that they could possibly come back. And I believe Peter said that they'd had permission to actually take the timber, but and this one I think was called the Hunting Lodge. And in the various phases of occupation, we're talking in the 1940s now, when there was competition between Britain, Chile and Argentina, who had, Chile and Argentina had also made claims to the peninsula, not as external territories, but as part of a continuation of their homelands. And so there were various ways that they asserted their ownership by coming in here, particularly the Argentines, and they would bring a brass tube in, raise a flagpole, and paint signs, Argentine signs on the buildings that were here when the British weren't here. And if they were here, they would come and present a formal note of complaint saying that, protesting at the British being on Argentine soil. And back and they found that the Argentines had built a concrete structure in the middle of their soccer field, which was a huge ignominy. And so, the Argentines would leave stuff and the British would take it away, and then the British would leave stuff and the Argentines would take it away. And went backwards and forwards several over a number of years. Approximately where the graveyard was before the Lahar, but everything was washed away in '69, and I think these were picked up either floating out in the bay or down here. And this was the remains of the coffin just there. Nations in 1961 set aside all area south of 60 degrees and set aside all the claims south of 60 degrees. No country could make a claim, and no claim that was standing was denied, but it wasn't advanced. Membership of the Antarctic Club, voting membership, is highly sought after, but by people playing a long game, wanting to be part of the status of the country and also wanting to have a part of the action and having a say, and so they have to invest, which is why when Russia broke up and the Ukrainians wanted to establish their own identity, getting the base of Donetsk for £1 gave them an instant seat at the table of the Antarctic voting membership. In 1928, whaling is going strong. Wilkins has been very successful flying across the Arctic in a Lockheed Vega. He gets back to America, he's knighted. There's a ticker tape parade, and he's on top of the world. And he manages to get money from the Hearst organisation to come to Antarctica and make an attempt to fly down here. And they, I think, didn't they insist he bought a second plane as well?
San Francisco and the Waterhouse.
Yeah, so the two Vegas were identical, and one was called the San Francisco and the other was called the Los Angeles. And they had wheels and floats and skis for them. They hitched a ride on the a whaling resupply vessel, or the whaling factory ship, resupply vessel to come here. But by the time they got here, there wasn't enough ice in the bay to be able to use the skis on the ice, and the water that was there was covered in birds, and there wasn't enough snow on the ground to use the skis on the ground, if my recollection of the story is correct. And so they had to carve out a runway, which basically does a sort of U-shape on the other side of this building. Then it comes along and goes towards the water and then comes back down this way. Memory. There's a small photograph with a sketch of it that I think Mark had in his lecture. Where would you point it out to be, Mark? They just did like a circuit of the island, on the first flight with wheels. Prior to that, I think they tried to fly with floats, but the birds were just too bad. And so they were resorted to wheels, and they were restricted to how much fuel they could carry because they couldn't really get much airspeed up on this crooked uphill down-dale runway. But they did get into the air and they went around and came back, and it was a good test flight, but then the weather was terrible for quite a while. And I think that was November 17th, November 28th? Yeah, November 1928. And then finally, early December, they had one more attempt, and there's two planes that take off, but they don't go very far. And when they land, one of them skids off and skids into the water, and apparently is only held by ice. It sort of broke through some ice and was only held by the struts or wings resting on the ice in the water. And they managed.
Ellsworth and his pilot take off and go down to just beyond Johnville Island, where they get to Dundee, and they land on a perfect runway. And apparently, Hobbs quotes Wilkins saying that, if he'd known about this 5 years earlier, he'd have done the Trans-Antarctic crossing. Because that's really what they were all trying to do. We forget now, they were trying to cross the Antarctic, which was the Shackleton dream, and even before Shackleton.
But they couldn't find a runway and take off with enough fuel or have a depot to get there. So